Hey, my Lipton. So, ciao. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. Now, listen. I said it on a previous video. I think it was like a pop culture video, and I didn't discuss this whole beef that is happening right now because I was just like, one, for majority of the time, I think that these rap dudes are corny to me because I feel like they just they be in their macho thing, and it's just like I just leave them where they are. But child, as time goes on, the tea is being spilt. And I was just like, you know what? Why not join in for the views? But before I start with this video, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get to 1,000. Thank y'all so much for listening to this video. But listen, this is going to be very quick. I'm not going to do like a whole, like a genius breakdown of these songs. I'm just going to pinpoint certain things that I liked, certain things that I caught, and we're going to move on. And I'll be honest with you. I feel like for the most part, right? I think because Kendrick Lamar is bringing receipts, for me personally, I think he's winning. But I think that the reason why, because I don't know, to me it looks split. Like I feel like the public perception, it's like there's some people that are saying, no, Drake is coming hard, and then there's other parts of the internet where I feel like people are saying like, oh no, Kendrick is really killing Drake. For me, I think Kendrick will be getting more, like people will be more on his side if the beats, like I don't know, it is weird to me because I feel like Kendrick usually picks better beats than what he's having, like these diss tracks that he's been releasing, because I feel like obviously yes, we are going there more so for the tea, going for what Kendrick is saying about Drake, but in a way too I do also want it to be a hit record. So it's like with the Meet the Grams record, it's like very jazzy, very like boom 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 boom, and I'm just like, while yes, I'm going there for the information, I think I like Kendrick better as a lyricist. But if you're talking about this being like a hit record, like it being like a hit 'em up, it's not going to be that based on like the producing and the beat of the song. Whereas I think that even though Drake's, I think lyrically Kendrick's was better, but Drake's sounds more of a hit because of how the way it was produced and the beat that was chosen for Family Matters. And listen, I also gotta give Drake his props. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though y'all already know on this channel, I got my issues with Drake. He be getting on my nerves lately. But I do also want to give him some props because he was throwing a lot of shade in his record too. Not only just towards Kendrick, but towards Abel, The Weeknd, if y'all don't know, Future, Rick Ross, and also asaprocky. Now, the asaprocky line had me laughing. I'm not gonna lie. I have it right here. I'm not gonna lie, but this is a bar. I'm not gonna lie. This is a bar. Drake said, he said, I'm gonna say it. He said, Rakim, talking ish again, gas, because you hit my BM first N word. Do the math. Who was I hitting then? Insinuating that he was hitting, Rihanna. I didn't even know you rap still, because they only talking about your fit again. Probably gotta have another kid again before you think of dropping any shit again. Even when you do drop, they're gonna say you should have modeled because it's mid again. I cannot lie. This was a bar. This was the bar. And someone said on Twitter, and I wish I had the tweet here. Oh my gosh. They were like, listen, if this, clear shot at asaprocky is gonna prompt asaprocky to get in the booth and put out a response, we don't want it, because honestly, we haven't really been, and there's no shade to ASAP, but I have to be honest, we haven't really been going for, asaprocky hasn't really been that hot, musically speaking, for a very long time. We just gonna have to be honest about that. I can't remember the last time me going to a newly dropped asaprocky song. Like I feel like asaprocky was really really hot when I was like in middle school, high school. But as of right now, like listen, we know him for the fits and the fashion and the beyond. You are now Rihanna's baby daddy. Two beautiful kids. we know you for that. We know you for that. Yes, you can rap, but it's like we know you for what we know you now. And I think that, ASAP has, positioned himself in that lane. And I think that he should stay in that lane. Now, of course, if he's going to drop a record, personally for me, I'm not really asking for it. But if he drops a record and the record's really, really good, of course, I'm going to listen to it. But as of right now, I think that this was a bar from Drake. And I think Drake is like, and listen, of course, these two, their beef is a whole different conversation because, but then again, Drake too can't really say shit because Drake has been taking shots at Rihanna for a while now. He's been feeling some type of way ever since Rihanna moved on with Asaprocky, had the children with him. And I genuinely feel like Drake thought that, because the public perception of his image and at the time, and like we thought that him and Rihanna would get married. Oh my God, I was one of those times. I was like living in romance land. We thought that him and Rihanna were gonna be a thing, da da da. But Drake got the porn star pregnant. We left it at that. He ruined his image. Rihanna moved on, and then Drake has been taking shots ever since. So ASAP Rocky was like, "Listen, I wouldn't talk too much because I hate your baby mama." But then again, I'm like, okay, y'all hit Drake's baby mama, even Drake his baby, but Drake's baby mama was a whole porn star. So really, everybody hit her. Everybody had a taste of Drake's baby mama. Okay, that woman, that French woman, they said that she was popping it like it's hot on Pornhub. So I'm not really surprised that ASAP Rocky had a taste of that. Drake obviously had a taste of it, had a little bit too much of a taste, and maybe the whole industry had a taste of Drake's French baby mother. So quite frankly, bonjour. Okay, comment allez-vous? Like I have no other thing but to say for that. But let's get back to this. Listen, if y'all been like following for a long time, Drake and Kendrick, they've been not liking each other for I would say like 10 years now. It has to be because I remember even back then, like back when I was like in middle school, high school, like I was even hearing rumors then like they did not like each other. I think that Kendrick Lamar was like the very first to like really diss Drake like years, like 10 years, probably a decade ago. And Drake felt some type of way. So these two never got along. They never really liked each other. I think that they both wanted to be the best. They both wanted to be the face of hip hop. And and I had to be honest with y'all. I think the face of hip hop right now, and I think that's also a reason why, and I know a lot of people have said this, but I'm also going to bring it up. I think that the reason why too a lot of these hip hop dudes like Kendrick, Future, Rick Ross, ASAP, Metro Boomin, all these people have an issue with Drake is because Drake at this moment right now is the face of hip hop. We have to be honest about that. Like Drake is the face of hip hop right now. Drake is the golden boy right now. And they feel some type of way. A lot of these black men, I have to be honest, feel some type of way too. Because, hip hop is, mainly created and supposed to be, the faces that are supposed to be of hip hop are supposed to be, quote unquote, fully black men. But this is where, two black men also have to take accountability because it's like, one, y'all the ones that brought in the J. Coles, brought in the Drakes to come into y'all space. And I'm not saying they can't participate. Of course, they can do hip hop songs and so forth. But y'all, gassed these biracials up so much. Y'all also procreated with white women to create these biracials, and now y'all are surprised that y'all biracial sons are taking over y'all genres. Like it's like, at a certain point, there also got to be some personal responsibility here. So I'm not too shocked that, a lot of these dudes, of course, there also probably is some personal issues that, Future has with Drake and, especially The Weeknd, because The Weeknd and Drake are both from Canada and they both know each other. So it's weird that even The Weeknd has an issue with Drake. But, at the end of the day, Drake being who he is and being marketable because he's also he's somewhat ambiguous looking, so he can market to any demographic, whereas a Kendrick Lamar, he's not going to have the same fan base as a Drake. And don't get me wrong, and Kendrick Lamar is big, don't get me wrong, he is big, but Drake just sells, I believe Drake sells more records, so we just going to have to be honest about that. But I think that's also an underlying issue that people have. Why do you think that, Rick Ross keeps calling Drake a white boy? Why do you think that Kendrick Lamar keeps bringing up, oh, I don't want you to say the N word anymore because you be using your blackness as a cosplay? And all, like, they're bringing up race, basically saying that, you're not raised, it's also, it can be like a double entendre, like you're not raised in this culture, while at the same time it's like they keep calling Drake a white boy and all these different things, but it's like, yeah, y'all have no issues, and it's no shade, Kendrick, and I have to be honest, y'all have no issues sleeping with white women and sleeping with mixed women, you know, you black guys. So it's like, at the end of the day, y'all claiming, oh, he's a white, but yet y'all continue to procreate with people that create mixed children and all these different. So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of double standards. There's a lot of projection and all these different things, but that's all. I feel like that's also an underlying issue that Drake is having with these rap dudes in the industry, and this not also a defense of Drake, because y'all know I have my issues with Drake. I don't like Drake, but I can see why Drake is also feeling a little bit cornered, because it seems like it does look like 20 people against one when it comes to Drake. Everybody's dissing him, even the people that he was close to, Future, The Weeknd, like, and plus him and Future had so many records together, albums together. It's like, and now they're beefing. So it's crazy, but listen, Kendrick Lamar said, well, one, Drake insinuated, let's talk about Drake. On Family Matters, Drake's record, Drake insinuated that Kendrick Lamar is abusive towards his fiancee, the woman who he has 2 children with, Whitney. He insinuated that the last child that he had is not really his child because he's too light to be Kendrick Lamar's child. He insinuated that, what else did he say about Kendrick? Oh, like, people be still, like, your label be stealing half your money, like, you don't fully own your masters. Like, he said a lot about Kendrick. He insinuated a lot. But here's my thing, though, with Drake. If you're going to say all that, also drop the receipts. And this is why I feel like Kendrick has an upper hand, because Kendrick dropped some receipts. So we get to Kendrick. Kendrick, not even a few seconds later, after Drake dropped Family Marriage, Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams. Ciao. Let's go to it. Kendrick, and honestly, I think this will be the nail in the coffin if this comes out to be true. Well, one, this at the moment right now, this is I don't know how Kendrick. One, Drake. Okay, let me just say this. Drake definitely has a snitch in his camp. Look, and Kendrick said it. Kendrick said it in the 616 record before he dropped Meet the Grams. He said, "Listen, do you really think I don't have connections in OVO? There are people in your camp that are telling me information, pillow talking to me. So you really need to clean camp." That's what Kendrick said about Drake. And honestly, I think that's the truth, because I don't understand how Kendrick is able. At this point, he might be breaking HIPAA laws, man. They saying this is Drake's medication. They saying that he's out here taking, what is this? Zopit. I think they saying that this is for depression or something. For insomnia. They saying that Kendrick is saying that you be depressed, you be going through your things. And listen, there's nothing wrong with depression. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, we all go through mental health issues. Even me, I have depression, I have anxiety. So I think that mental health is not to be played with. But at the end of the day, Drake, you're claiming to be this macho guy. You're claiming to be putting up this image that, yeah, you're battling all these people, that you tough bones. And this is what you're going through, really. So he basically, Kendrick put the picture out saying that Drake be taking, antidepressives. Child. And here's also another medication here. If y'all can't see, zoom in. They saying that Drake is taking Ozempic. And if y'all can see here, it says Graham, Aubrey Graham on the side. So I guess the rumors are true. And listen, this is what y'all need to give Megan Thee Stallion her props. Why y'all not giving the women their props? Megan Thee Stallion put it out there first that in her Hiss record that Drake got a BBL, got his abs done, got plastic abs, got the same scars as a BBL, as a woman that got a BBL, you know, like they don't really be he don't really be in the gym like that. He be going through the plastic surgery route. So I'm even more so to believe that Drake is, it could be like honestly I will say this, his abs don't look natural. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I do see the pictures, it does not look natural. But I'm now even more so inclined to believe that this is true because now the fact that you have Rick Ross saying that okay, you got a nose job, and then Kendrick said in two records before this that he had that Drake confirming that Drake had a BBL, Drake got his abs done, and now you are, and now he's releasing Ozempic medication that has Drake's information on that. And this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is humiliating. This is humiliating, this is embarrassing for Drake because, and I know people are gonna be like, oh well, everybody's doing Ozempic. Okay, but like you're a rap dude. Like you're not supposed to be like, I don't know. It's weird. It's humiliating for us to find this out because Drake be taking, can we be honest? Drake be doing his pictures. Look, like he's in the gym. He be taking those like those stir shots like, oh yeah, I'm in the gym, I'm working out, I'm doing this and that. When in fact you out here doing it the other way. And listen, be honest about that. It's okay. A lot of people in the industry are doing Ozempic. Hell, I would do Ozempic if I can order it and buy it and do it. So it's like, just be honest, girl. Like you out here doing, you one of the girls, Drake. You are one of the girls. You out here doing Ozempic and getting BBLs. Drake is a mess. Kendrick dropped, so allegedly, and I saw this from from a live stream on Twitter. They saying that how Kendrick got this Drake's medication and his information and these receipts. Julie Core saying, so they saying that Kendrick got this from Drake's dad, apparently, that Drake's dad's suitcase got stolen, apparently, and then that's how he got. This is crazy. Drake, clearly there's someone in the camp that's not, because why would Drake's dad's suitcase end up in Kendrick Lamar's hands? Like that is insane to me. I actually think that Drake has made a lot of enemies in the industry. I think that while Drake is, yes, he's very popular, he's very out there, he's the face of hip hop, but I think that he's also made a lot of enemies as well. And listen, Pusha T said this before in the past, when him and Pusha T were beefing. Pusha T said that, listen, because Drake believed that it was Kanye that told Pusha T that Drake had a son. Pusha T came out and said, no, it wasn't Kanye that told me. It was someone on your team that told me. It was 40. He was pillow talking. I think that Drake definitely has a few people in his camp that are not loyal to him. I think that he has also made a couple of enemies. And Drake is going to have to be taking a lot of strays here. And also, Kendrick, and we didn't see this receipt yet, but I would not be surprised if it's true. Kendrick said that allegedly Drake also has an 11-year-old daughter. Drake came out and denied it, but I would not be surprised if it comes out that this is true because Drake was hiding his son, and he made it. And Drake would not claim that son publicly if it wasn't for Pusha T putting that information out. Drake knows that his image took a hit when it was revealed that he got with the porn star and that it was alleged that the porn star was pregnant. But when it was confirmed, Drake knows that his image took a hit. And on top of that, he was beefing, so it was put into a diss track. If it comes out eventually, and at this point I do believe it, but I have to say allegedly because we haven't seen any receipts yet, that it is true that he has a daughter. I mean, I'm at this point now where I don't look at Drake the same way as I did back in middle school, but I'm not going to be surprised. And it's going to be like, wow, so you mean to tell me you were hiding another child? And for what? Honestly, and for what now? And for what? Because it's like, you already have a son, so why not claim whatever children you have? I think that, Drake definitely struck a chord when he brought up Kendrick's family, and now Kendrick is like, I know you're not talking about me when you're not claiming your daughter. It's crazy. I would not be surprised if it's true, like I said. But I will have to see those receipts first. I will have to see it. I will have to see that child. If it comes out that he has a daughter, I think that Kendrick has definitely won. Well, for me already, Kendrick has put out more receipts, so I'm like, okay, I'm like, Kendrick is, but I don't know, Drake. I don't know. But I'm not gonna lie, I also need to give Drake his props. He definitely has some bars in his song. I like that shot that he took at ASAP. It had me laugh. And the way people on Twitter like, listen, we do not need ASAP back in that booth. It was like, we do not need ASAP back in that booth. Hang it up flat screen. But child, the men are upset. And Drake, I don't know what Drake has also, of course, like I said, I do think that they have an issue with Drake being the face of hip hop. But I also think that Drake has also done some dirty things and has been doing things behind the scenes as well that has made a lot of the people who he was cool with for a very long time turn on him. We'll just have to wait and see what happens from here. But let's see if Drake responds to Meet the Grams. But anyway, y'all, that was just my quick review, my quick thoughts about this beef. Please, so much, you guys, to get in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. The Met Gala is coming up soon, which I can't wait. So I'm gonna be doing a fashion review on that. But yeah, so y'all guys, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.